Hello Miss Nhi and hello everyone. I am Yuibang, the leader of Group 2. Even though we're presenting to our screen today, I am incredibly proud to represent my amazing teammates Tống Vũ, Trọng Nhân, Ngọc Trâm and Như Ý. Today we're really excited to share our several tech learning styles and group work dynamics at Valence University. So, why this topic? Well, we all experience that midnight panic before a deadline. Imagine forcing a visual learner to write a 10-page report while your writer struggles to decide canvas lines. The result is total chaos. We realize the issue usually is laziness, but a class of different working habits. Because of this, all survey to figure out exactly how individual learning style affect task declaration and communication. We set out to answer two main questions. First, what are the dominant learning style among VLU students? And second, how do they impact or group efficiency? To get the full picture, we designed our 19-question survey logically divided into four main sections. Part 1 and 2 cover demographics and learning style identification, like asking which study methods work best for you. Then, moving to the next slide, Part 3 and 4 dive into communication patterns and talk declaration. Here, we ask critical questions like how you handle disagreements and if mismatched tasks cause you extra stress. By laying it out this way, we answer it or data directly answers or research goals. To collect these answers, we didn't just goes, we didn't enter the data. We gathered 43 valid responses from VLU undergraduates over a week, from 2010 to 2016. We specifically choose this time frame because it's right around midterms or periods when group work dynamics are most visible and intense. Let's take a quick look at who took our survey. About 65% of our respondents are males, and exactly half are sophomores. But here, the more interesting parts, over 51% come from digital marketing and public relations. And this means that our data heavily reflects the mindset of young, dynamic communicators, people whose future careers depend entirely on teamwork. So, do the future communicator actually know how to work together? Let's find out. I will hand the virtual stage over to Vũ. Take it away, Tống Vũ.
Thanks, Bang. Hi everyone, I'm Bo. Let's jump right into our first session, learning style identification. Take a look at this pie chart where we ask students what method help them remember information best. The biggest group, 44.2%, choose doing practical exercise. After that, 32.6% prefer reading slides and only about 23 prefer just listening. This gives us very crucial insight. VLU students are highly kinesthetic and visual learners. We learn by doing, by seeing, not just by sitting and listening. This visual reference really shows up in our nature too. When getting ready for an academic English presentation, nearly half of students, 48.8%, focus on creating visually appealing slides. Meanwhile, 37.2% write down full script, and very few actually focus on practicing out loud. So, how does this affect the role people choose in the group? Well, look here. a massive 41.9%. With friendly volunteer to be content writer or scriptwriter, and 32.6% step up as a group leader. But surprisingly, only 14% actually want to be a main presenter. This step up, that's why our students are super proactive when it comes to planning and creating content behind the scene. A lot of them are still pretty hesitant to step into the spotlight. But here's the catch. Despite having their strong personal learning style, our final chapter in this section shows surprising contradiction. Brainstorming group 34.9% of students say they never even thought about finding members with the same learning style, and 46.5% only do it sometimes. Basically, this means group conflicts are almost granted by because students are forming team randomly without really thinking about working compatibility. To show you how that conflict play out is communication. I pass Mr. Young over you.
Thank you. Hey guys, I'm Young. Now let's explore how our students actually communicate with each other since we live in such a digital world. Your probably guess that stating is the number one choice, right? Actually, looking at the digital, 44.2% of students do perfect face-to-face meetings at campus or at coffee shop. Testing on Zalo or Messenger come is second. This rule does when it's come to as group assignment actually being there in a person in the institution is the most effective way to get things done. When look at achievements, the numbers are really positive. Nearly 30% of students say they often or always actually share their idea when brainstorming. However, this nature is where we fall or fundraising, maybe a little worrying. But joy logical strength take a look here when students disagree with a team member nearly on them 48.8% chose to just keep quiet avoid conflict. Only 39.5% are willing to speak up right away. This really highlights a strong cultural tendency for us. We tend or property harmony over efficiency. We rather stay quiet and strict staying and agreement. But as you might guess, keeping quiet comes at a heavy cost. Looking at the first chart on this slide, a streaming 41.9% say that equally is parent miscommunication in dialogues. One top of that, another 41.9% say that getting quick that's really is extremely important for this success. The takeaway here is pretty clear, avoiding face-to-face conflict and rely on debate. This messenger is a hope reside for misunderstanding in the university project. Now, Trump is going to break down how on of this affect tech delegation. Trump, the floor is yours.
Thanh Nhân, hello Miss Nhi and everyone, I'm Jam. Let's first rest and look at something very practical. Start deliberation. The good news is right here in jokes. 51.2% of websites on-way devices pass on its member specific change and cleaning style. This shows that our STEM leaders are actually becoming much smarter and more empathic when managing their STEM. But why is smart education show impact when it's because the psychological impact of getting the strong starts in who look at this when assign a start that match their listening style. 44.2% strongly agree and 39.5% agrees that they will face more stress. That means over 18% of students face a real growth in mental well-being and productivity just because they focus to work against their natural strengths. And of course, this stress directly hurts the project itself. This just shows that 25.6% of students very often miss this line partly because tasks were given to the strong person. Shows miscalculating your human result is closely the biggest enemy of missing this life. Despite this challenge, we really have to raise the attitude of Văn Lang University students when we asked if they were willing to step out of their comfort zone of the shake up the group. 40.5% say yes definitely and 54.8% say yes but with reluctance. This show an incredible level of responsibility and STEM spirit, even if just them out. Almost 95% of students will surprise that their own comfort to make sure the group success to wrap things up and deliver our final conclusion. I've passed it over to E.
Thank you, Jam. Hello, everyone. My name is Lee. To bring everything together, let's look at our final two tasks. Our lesson opening overwhelmingly agree on the value of what we're listening today. 44.2% agree that taking the time to understand each other learning style and to really speak up how fast a project gets done, and more importantly, 46.5% believer that having a well-delivered system had an extremely high impact on the final grade in academics count. So what is the ultimate summary of our finding? First, fellow students are highly active visual learning to strongly perfect meeting face-to-face. But paradoxically, there's often high disagreement just to keep the peak. Second, ignoring a team member learning style causes several mental stress and leads to meet a deadline. Very smart person logic, delegation, more realistic, higher garden and happy time. In our group opinion, this is a wake-up call. University should think of how to study. They need to grill you on how to work together. Our biggest recommendation is for every team leader out there, take just 55 minutes in that very first kick-off meeting, openly ask about everyone strength and prefer working style. Stop giving out tag randomly for tomorrow where encourage everyone to speak up directly during meeting instead of sending polite passive-aggressive text letter. Clear communication builds trust and trust builds the project. To make presentation happen, our team actually predicting what square priorities. We apply smart delegation pay on our strength. Paying as our leader has agreed on creation skill to he design and over structure and presentation flow bữa and young and highly suitable. So they to share as our data collector effectively distributing the server to get for 21st responsive and finally and I love working with visual and detail. So we achieve as the data naturally and video editor design the canvas line and piecing this video together. We learn a lot not just from data but from working with each other. That brings us to the end of our video presentation. Thank you so much, Miss Me and everyone for watching. We really hope our lesson have you pretty strong, more empathic and more efficient team in the future. Goodbye, teacher.